Welcome back to Getting Some Head podcast. I'm Michael fucking Rainey here with my dear friend, one of the sweetest boys alive, one of the most lovable human beings on the planet, Jimmy Gillespie. Jim, how are you, buddy?
Oh my God, so happy to be here, Mike.
I'm happy to have
you,
you, buddy.
Cool. I'm so happy you're doing this.
Now, Jimmy's fresh off an Uber ride with a very hot Russian driver.
I am. He was smoky. He was very mean. I liked his whole don't fucking talk at all energy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He was driving super fast, 20 miles over the speed limit on all the way here. I think he wanted me out of his car. I think he's got his finger on the pulse of the dank deos situation. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not. What is
There's this super fat rapper chick that
she won't get in. Can't fit in a lift.
She won't get in a lift.
Yeah.
And she lost her case.
Yeah.
And I think he was thinking I was about to fucking take him for a ride, dude.
When you said dank deos, I thought of the literary term denouement.
Yeah.
What is there a literary renaissance going on in Russia? No, it's a fat bitch problem
among Lyft drivers. It's a literary renaissance. They're getting back to books. Lyft drivers they're inspiring them. Yeah, there's a fat bitch problem. Dank deos. Dank deos versus Lyft. It's going to be the trial of the century.
Man, that's a good matchup. Lyft versus the fattest bitch you've ever seen.
Yeah, Lyft versus forklift.
Yeah, she's going to inadvertently co-found Drop.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, they should use her to fill potholes. They really should. It's fucking crazy.
One thing I really like about dank deos is her knees are caving in on her skeleton.
Yeah. She is defying space time. The way that her body works. I love the way that her her from the knee to the ankle is a perfect triangle, leading down to this tiny ankle into a shoe, into a blown out Nike Dunk.
Dude, she at some point she might create a sacred geometrical pattern.
She is so close to the Fibonacci circle. She's gonna get her own meal at McDonald's and finally.
Yeah, she's gonna start the Fibonacci.
Yeah, the Fibonacci circle. Yeah,
Jimmy, I have so many questions that I want to ask you.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
And it was so tough to narrow down questions because, like I said, you're one of the most interesting people I've ever met. You're one of the funniest dudes I've ever met. But enough ass kissing. Can you tell me a little bit about your background growing up?
Yeah, so I grew up in, I was born in Lansdowne, and then I moved to Upper Darby, and then I moved to Havertown where I live now. So I've been slowly migrating down Westchester Pike my entire life. So eventually I think I'm going to end up in Malvern.
Okay, you're on
so
your
hopefully
way.
I'm on my way to Malvern right now. But yeah, so I mom, dad, brother, junkie aunt, all of her boyfriends, all my first cousins, fucking just a cast of characters, a fullest house of all time. A row home type deal. Oh, yeah. Rottweilers all over the place. You know what I mean?
Dude, you having to share a row home with a Rottweiler is almost too much for me to bear. Now I know how Lyft feels with dank deos.
That's what I'm saying.
You were meant to spread your shit out.
I'm a big I'm a hoarder. I'm a product of hoarder people. So I'm I hoarder people. My parents were straight out hoarders, textbook.
Oh my God.
You get rid of stuff and then they're like, hold on, there's some value to that.
Were they hoarding Rottweilers?
Kittens, Rottweilers, fucking old relatives, just anything they could stuff into a room and forget about. They were on it. Yeah, so I'm this I have very little thing. I have 10 things. Mm-hmm. I have clothes, bed, TV thing. I'm very minimal, but yeah, they so it was just I had a crazy upbringing, just fucking crazy ass drug addict parents and stuff. So
Jesus, man,
it's just nonstop shenanigans. Every day is a movie. You know what I mean?
Even to this day.
Even till today. I mean, because now it's my relationship with my parents is very, it's we don't have one really. My only tether to them now is that they leave mean comments on my podcast. But what's funny is I don't have to respond to them because my patrons go after them in the comments. So just watching some of the dumbest people in the world argue with also some of the dumbest people in the world is like really, it's just a recipe for a busy comment section. It's but yeah, I got a crazy ass family. But now, I mean, I was adopted at 16, so like I ran away from home and ended up staying with my aunt and uncle who just adopted me, did all the paperwork or whatever. But like, it's just now I have like a completely different family. It's just like so weird. I still feel like an extra. Like I feel like the black brother on the fucking Shameless, you know what I mean? The little black baby. It's like makes no fucking sense. It's like how the fuck did this happen? So it's just it's very weird because like my dad now he had 4 kids and then my sister and me, so it's like he's got 6 kids now, so very crazy stuff, and they're all characters and their own thing, but they're all like good people, so it's like different. It's funny.
When you ran away, was that before or after your stint in Juvie?
It was sandwiched. I was like going in and out of Juvie, like just because I was like selling like drugs and shit. It's like, to fucking help the bando I was in, get the lights on in the bando. I'm fucking selling drugs too. So peddling Klonopins for my mom and stuff. So I was just really getting people into deep water with bad drugs. So bad stuff. I mean, but it's cool now. I mean, I guess, I don't know.
Is there any aspect of Juvie that you enjoyed?
Yeah, I just thought, well, it was like, I don't know. I've always just been like, kind of like a goofball. So like no one gave me problems in there like at all. I was only there for like, a week or two at a time. It was like, it was just so funny because like if you behaved well enough you would get like a bracelet that gave you access to the top floor. At the top floor they had NBA 2K.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's me playing NBA 2K with a 12-year-old who's in there for terroristic threats. I'm like slamming alley-oops on him. I'm like, how's that for a fucking terroristic threat, motherfucker? So it's just really funny. I'm like just fucking around constantly. That's all I've ever done.
God damn, Jim.
Yeah, it's just silly stuff.
Jim,
I was a bad kid.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was getting into trouble all the time, but as an adult, I've been pretty squeaky clean.
You are pretty good, man. That's one thing about you. It's like you have a badass spirit, but a whimsical heart.
I have a whimsical heart. I do. I've been gay for a long time, but I've only been out for a few years. You know what I mean? Nice. So that's part of it. Like my parents were homophobes. That was an interesting part of my life. So I came out when I was in like middle school, and they were like, "Fuck that." So I went back in. And then you can go back in. You can go back in. You can go.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you're a hard enough punch, it goes right back in. It's crazy. It's like an innie belly button.
Now, as hoarders, were they jamming shit in your closet?
They were. That's the thing. I couldn't get out of the closet because there was a wall of cat shit. I couldn't break through. There's a cat shit wall. My glass ceiling was made of cat shit. It's so true. It was so crazy. But I've always wanted to do what I do now. So it's just like, I don't know. It's all, I guess, just part of the journey, I guess, now at this point.
Well, you made it at the other end, brother.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing the damn thing. So I eventually got to what I wanted to do. So I have no complaints.
Damn, brother. Can you tell me about one of your favorite memories from childhood?
Yeah. Shit. What is my favorite memory of childhood? One of my favorites is my grandma was a really funny lady, and she liked to lay dead places. She liked to lay on the ground places and pretend to play dead. And so she got a new apartment in Lansdowne. She used to live in this like little apartment, and And then she got like this like nicer one that was like on the same floor as my aunt who just had a baby, so she wanted to be near her granddaughter. But like the day we were going over there for like their housewarming, we walked in and she was face down on the floor with a spilled bowl of chips next to her, and so everyone's like, ah! Like, and she just like gets up and she's laughing, and
the baby was actually dead though.
Yeah. It was so funny. But that's just, and now I do it. I do it all the time. So when I go to like different cities and shit, and I always make sure to get like a picture of me doing dead body somewhere. Like, I
have noticed that about you.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I
didn't realize
it's an homage to my grand. Yeah, well, obviously there's no context. There's never been a platform for me to even tell people about it until now. But yeah, it's an homage to my grandmother who would play dead and scare everyone. And meanwhile, I think it's fucking hilarious.
Is she playing dead forever now?
Oh, she died in 2007. Yeah, okay. So she's been gone for a while. Yeah, she was a good lady. Yeah, she's a fucking super sick lady. Loved the Eagles, all that stuff.
Oh my God.
Dude, nothing like a woman in the Eagles. I mean, that was how I was raised. Now I could never be with a lady that like didn't like sports. That would fuck me up, you know.
That's something that genuinely makes me a little bit sad. Is the Eagles? It's not that they were so bad for so long; it's that they just never fucking won. And when they finally won in 2018, it really makes you think back to all the people and who were fans for so long and didn't get to experience that. And now I feel like a spoiled baby because we got two.
Well, every time someone in my family dies, they win the Super Bowl. So my brother and grandpa died and they won. Then my mom died and they won again.
Yeah.
I was looking at my sister and my dad. I was like, who's next? I was like, because we're looking good. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, both my parents died within 2 weeks of the Eagles winning this Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm hoping the fucking Philadelphia Wings win next year and kill my sister.
Yeah, dude, that is rough stuff. The Wings, dude. Oh my God, have you ever been to a Wings game?
Real white trash shit.
They try to give they have like the type of prizes where it's like the sponsors make no fucking sense. It's like, who wants a fucking washer? It's like front loading washer, shooting it out of a cannon.
Yeah, I used to go a lot in the 90s because they were popular events, but at the same time, it wasn't the type of event that you would typically buy tickets for. I feel like everybody that was at the Wings game got the tickets somehow for free, but people were still fired up about it because people just like sports in Philly.
One of my favorite memories of my childhood is going to the supermarket with my grandpa on the day before Thanksgiving to get a turkey. Oh. And we goes to get a turkey, right? And I guess I don't know what the fuck it said it weighed a certain amount and it didn't, and so I guess the scale was like not like being accurate or something at the thing, and so my grandma was like, "You get your fucking manager. I'm getting county weights and measures out here," and just like saying I'm getting county weights and measures was burned into my fucking brain, and now I'm just like anytime something pisses me off, I'm like, I'm getting county weights and measures out of this motherfucker. You'll be shut down. Dude. Just my grandpa was fucking retarded. He was
Dank DeMoss could have used him.
My grandpa. My family likes to joke that my grandpa was Donald Trump without money. Like that's how literally they would talk. Like because he was a womanizer, man. He really was. My grandpa was a fucking womanizer. He when my grandma died, he went into full AA pussy hound mode. Like he had arm candy like crazy because he had a penile implant.
You got into this on Dad Me, and I cannot hear enough about it. Can you elaborate upon this further?
The penile implant is the greatest fucking thing of all time. He has a little like airbag in his nutsack that he would pump his dick up with.
Yes.
And I mean, he had a girlfriend till the day he died. Like this guy was a pussy getter, 80 years old. His girlfriend was 50, worked for NFL Films.
What?
Yeah, super cool job. Total drunk. Loved her. He was like, he would take me to her house. My brother and I would swim in her pool, and he would leave her cartons of cigarettes.
Oh my god!
Because she was in weekend jail. Yeah. Oh my god! So we're posted up like at her house swimming while she's in weekend jail. God. Little devil action. Yeah. Dude, just because my grandpa was laying fucking vicious pipe. Vicious AA pipe.
Now, how long after your grandma passed did your pop-up move on to this NFL Films poon?
I would make the argument that he had probably started dating these women the second she got her cancer diagnosis, for sure. I mean, because it's a fucking, when you're like 60 or whatever, it's like a death sentence, essentially.
That honestly should be a dating app, maybe like Chemo Connect, where you know somebody from the way
it's
out.
where the wife gets to swipe for you before she goes and finds her, set it up. I had a friend whose like sister did like a sort of a thing like that. Like she was dying and she like set her husband up with like a cousin of hers or something.
Whoa,
it was like really fucking weird, but she wanted to be in control. I was like, what a bitch. What a controlling bitch. You're allowed to be mean to the sick when they're being dumb.
I agree, brother.
But so the fucking penile implant was crazy. What's funny is he got like a really good deal on it because he had my fucking cousin do it. My cousin's a surgeon.
Oh, yes.
And she got like a really, they did it at home.
Yeah, like your cousin is a catalytic converter thief who can also install a penile implant.
Yeah, my cousin's got like hooked up a tire pressure fucking nozzle to my grandpa's balls.
Was there ever any part of you that wanted to maybe fudge with the controls of the penile implant?
Dude, I used to see him make sure it worked. We shared it. I lived with him, and he would be fucking walking around, like making sure it worked, and fucking just walk around hard.
Could you hear it inflating?
No, you couldn't hear it. No, I mean, unless I have my ear to his balls, I don't think I can fucking hear it.
Oh man, when did your pop pass, if you don't mind?
2017, the year after I graduated high school. It was fucking awesome.
I was just picturing maybe like if he had seen the Super Wawas, like him just hooking his balls up to the tire gauge.
Yeah.
Man.
God
damn, Jimmy.
So funny. The penile implant is like the funniest fucking thing because we especially when we were like going through his shit after he died, because that's an underrated part of a family member dying, is that you get to go through all their shit. All sorts of sex toys just under the same roof. I was like, what the fuck was going on? So
electronic stuff or just
all types of analog shit. Just fucking like dildos and cock rings and shit. I was like, he's a freak. What a fucking, it's kind of cool. Like, I don't know. I hope to be that interested in sex when I'm that age, You
need something to look forward to.
Dude, and he fucking was a pig and shit in the AA bitches, I guess. I don't know what they thought he was. Because what's hilarious is he was getting pussy, right? But at the same time, he was at home, and he'd be eating peanut butter crackers and then just wipe the knife on himself. So it's just like, what a fucking just alpha male. Just fucking it's like the duality is so crazy.
When you buried him, did you consider swiping a little bit of peanut butter on him?
He was cremated. Unfortunately, I had no say in that, but yeah, he was cremated. I would have, well, I got to make a speech. I got to make a speech, which was sick. Which was, it gave me the closure I needed, because it was good to talk to people about how much he meant to me, because he really was the fucking funniest guy ever. Yeah. A mentally ill guy. Just a fucking pickle-brained fucking lunatic, but he meant well. Like, he spent like 40 years in AA, like helping a ton of people. Like, when he died, we had no idea what his like impact was. Tons of people he sponsored showed up. Like, it was like he really made a difference in a ton of people's lives. But like, obviously his kids are bitter because they got kind of left behind in that whole regard. They got kind of left with a shitty hand, but he was a great grandpa. But really funny sexual deviant behavior. Just so funny. Just really cracked me up. But yeah, he was great.
That's one thing I do admire about the elderly is when they hang on long enough sexually.
Oh, it's so funny.
To go into the grave still sexually active.
Oh, dude. I was thinking he was still sharp. Like, he didn't lose any. He was, like, till the day he died, he was all the way there. Which is awesome. Because he lived a rock star lifestyle. So it made almost no sense that he was like a marvel of modern science, honestly, because he had like heart attacks and strokes and shit, but he was 100% there, just kind of a goofball, just silly. So I hope that gets passed to me. You know,
I firmly believe that your cousin will give you a penile implant.
I fucking literally, I should have been like, yo, can I take that? Mm-hmm. Can I bronze that? Can I bronze his penile implant?
Fill it with his ashes.
Yeah.
Do they do that for pussies too?
Like a pussy implant?
Like a pussy pump up.
Like a fucking, so it's not saggy, it's all puffy?
Yeah.
They should. Airbags? Put airbags in that bitch? You gotta smack it to activate it. Hit my smacktivator. That'd be really funny.
Jimmy, can you tell me about your first fight?
First fight. Yeah. My first fight was with my good friend who turned enemy. And I remember it was so funny because I had just started playing football at the time, and we got in a fist fight, and we were like kicking each other's asses. I remember I was swinging him around in a circle by his hair. I was a bigger kid. And then he came outside with a hammer. He was going to hit me with a hammer, so I went inside and put my shoulder pads on, and we fucking went back to war. It was fucking crazy. That was my first fist fight. It was pretty fucking nuts. It went all the way to weapons.
Did either one of you get hurt at all?
Oh, yeah. I got cracked in the head with a fucking hammer. Fucking shoulder pads didn't do shit. Yeah, it was crazy. That was pretty fucked up. Yeah, but I saw the kid like 10 years later in a Kohl's. I walked up. I was like, yo, what's up? He was like, hey. That was it. Like, wow. I wanted to be like, hey man, like I don't know. It was just very weird.
Did you consider playing it like he did permanent damage to your brain?
I did not even think of that, but that would have been hello, remember me? And fucking hammerheaded me. You hit me with a hammer. That'd be really fucked up. It's so funny. Yeah, no, that was. And then I saw him like one other time, like at a bar somewhere, and I was just like, I'm not even gonna say anything, you know. So, because the last time was so fucking awkward.
I don't know. That's the perfect place to do it, though.
At a bar is way better than a Kohl's.
Just grab him by the hair again.
Yeah, yeah. At the discount rack at the Kohl's is not. You know what I mean? We're both struggling. We're both still we're both still working it out. You know, we're figuring things out.
Speaking of getting hit with a hammer, can you tell me about a time where you felt really dumb?
Yes. When I was in like high school and I moved in with my aunt and uncle, like I got adopted by them, I was like, finally, I could finally be a scholar. I was like, I figured it out. I'll have time. I went and I tried to do like all these like hard ass classes. Mm-hmm. And like, I remember like the first day of like pre-calculus, they were like talking about like some shit. And I was like, I remember I like looked around. I was like, oh shit, I'm literally fucking dumb. Oh no. Oh fucking shit. And yeah, I had to like drop the class. I remember that was like the first time I was like, oh fuck. I was like, people my age are like doing shit that I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. I was like, I'm fucking like dumb. But yeah, that was like the first time I like was like, I was like, I'm fucking dumb. It was like the Quantum Leap thing where the Rocky and Bullwinkle shirt. He's like, I'm retarded. It was so fucking nuts.
Did you consider playing dead in the classroom?
I wish I had. It would have more dignity than the way I went out, dude. Trying to participate in a group. That's how I went out. I went down swinging. They were trying to do this group project, and I was like, that looks right to me. And they were like, why? Good night, guys.
You leave the classroom. You come back with your shoulder pads.
I came back in shoulder pads. I was like, we doing this? Yeah, so funny.
Damn, Jim. Can you tell me about the nicest thing someone has ever done for you?
Just like ever.
It could be any memory that pops into your brain.
The nicest thing anyone has ever done for me. Gosh. Honestly, probably fucking adopt me. My mom and dad fucking adopted me. That's the nicest thing they ever did.
Did you see that coming?
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, so she like, it took her like a week. She like got all the paperwork together and like, you know, we went to a court, like there was like a court date, and like it was like a slam dunk, like it was like it took 2 seconds, so that was kind of cool. But there was like all sorts of like benefits that I got from it that were like really helped me out for like years. So like that was kind of solid. It was like an insurance thing.
How emotional was the actual swearing in process as a child?
Oh, it was kind of sick, honestly, because like it was like Annie. It was like Little Orphan Annie type shit. It was like I got all like types of new shit and fucking like a whole, I got like a whole like new like life. Yeah, so it was kind of sick. Yeah. But I was 16, so it was like I can't wait to fuck people in this bed. You know what I mean? I was like, my cum will come out tomorrow. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it was like fucking nuts. That was the coolest thing.
Do you remember your prevailing thoughts as you were having sex for the first time with another man?
I was literally like, because I had like built it up so much in my head, and it actually was like my initial thoughts were that wasn't that bad. Like I was like, I had built it up in my head that it was going to be this like kind of like in my head, like I built it up, it was going to be like traumatic almost, But then it wasn't. It was kind of like chill. So it was I don't know. I had like prepared for it.
Okay.
I knew what I was like getting into, so I did research, which is a really funny thing when you're like 16, like researching like how to do butt shit. Like it's so fucking weird.
Do you have schematics printed
I'm
out?
like, somebody's gonna see me typing this in and give me like beat me up or something. Like I don't know. It's like 'cause there was just so much shame involved in being gay. Like when I first started like exploring that part of my life. There was just so much shame attached to it because that's how I was raised. It took a while to like really shake that. As soon as I started like busting and having fun, like I was like, all right, I'm fine.
That was it. Like busting is when it started to dissipate.
Like when I started like hooking up with like people and like being sexually active, that's when I was like, I don't really care what anybody like thinks. Yeah. So I mean, there was like shame involved. Like initially, like there would have been no way I would have ever dated a guy, but like that went away. It took a while though. Like I was 23 when I came out. I'm 27 now.
Whoa.
Yeah. So like I came out on stage. I was doing jokes, but I was doing jokes about like my life, just being like bisexual or whatever. And people like, eventually were coming, like I got booked on shows and people came to see me. And then like after I didn't like come out, I just, I made a total not big deal of it by like, just, I don't know. I liked it better that way. It was kind of low key.
Yeah.
Making a big deal of it feels so fucking weird because you don't do that when like you have sex with girls. Like it's like, oh my God, he's straight. You don't sit your parents down to be like, guys are like pussy. You know what I mean? Like it's I mean, I guess you do. I mean, I guess some people do. I don't know. We have weird parents nowadays.
Now that you say it, it does seem like it might make sense for everybody to have it like a college signing day. You
you little fucking gay hats.
You got sex toys in front of you, and then you just put one in your mouth.
Yeah. You got a pocket pussy or a dildo. You're like,
Jimmy, if you were on the Titanic, how would you have spent your last moments?
I'm trying to think of where I would be when they hit the iceberg. It was at night, right? Mm-hmm. Christ. Where do I think I would be staying on the Titanic is an important precursor. Does the Titanic have Grinder? You'd have to find them the old-fashioned way.
It's sailor.
Yeah. Iceberg. Yeah.
What if that's why the ship crashed? Because the the captain was just getting his dick sucked by another guy.
Yeah, it's nautical. My last moments, honestly, I probably would have like, because the shit filled up with water, I'd probably be in the bottom of the boat getting sucked, and then I would probably drown. That's probably what would be happening. The Titanic is a crazy boat. That's a crazy story. I would like to be Rose. Everybody wishes they were Rose, but not everybody's made to be Rose.
Who would your Jack be?
My Jack, probably, God, tough. Probably Kelly Oubre. That's tough. He'd be a perfect Jack.
Now you got to hold him up because he can't swim.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I have to hold him. Yeah, I have to hold him. Yeah. There's no way I'm getting on the door. He's gonna be on that door, man. I'm drowning. Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, can you tell me about the weirdest guy from the neighborhood where you grew up?
Yeah, there's a guy named Tommy Coco. There's this guy Tommy Coco who had a CD player well into 2020s. CD player, walked around. He had a route, like everyone knew, like the Tommy Coco route. Like he went from his house in Havertown all the way to Severus in Upper Darby.
Oh God, I used to love hoagies from there.
Yeah, so Severus, he would walk to Severus, get a 40, and then walk back.
Oh my God.
And then he might do it twice if he was in a good mood. But like he's the weirdest. Like he lived 2 doors down from one of my best friends growing up. So we'd be at his house like playing basketball outside, and then 2 doors down he'd be on the lawn on like a twin mattress, spinning a broomstick like a fucking like whatever, like a staff, just fucking using it like a ninja weapon. And it's just he would come up, and if you said his name, he would like run towards you. Mm-hmm. So like one of the things we would do at the shopping center in our town, Manoa Shopping Center, we would see him around there, and we would yell his name and have him come chase us, but we would duck into stores. So then we got this sweaty alcoholic running through the Hallmark store, chasing a bunch of kids. So he would just constantly get picked up by the cops.
Hey everyone, Rain Train here. I just want to take a second to thank our sponsor, MyBookie. Look, everybody knows March Madness is here and every game is a chance to cash in. So place some bets on the game already with MyBookie. MyBookie makes it easy for first-timers to wager, and true sports fans can get the most bang for their buck. MyBookie's Bet and Get will sweeten the deal. Place a cash bet on March Madness and get a surprise reward. Free bets, cash back, bonus chips. You never know what's coming next. Listen, the Bet and Get is true to my heart. It reminds me so much of the Bet and Get proposal that my high school guidance counselor, Mr. Bully, hit me with. He said, I'll never forget this. The last day of school, he said, I bet you won't make it 5 years without getting your cheeks clapped in prison. Well, here I don't stand. I sit. Not because I got my cheeks clapped. It's under my own volition. But close to 30 years later, Mr. Bully, I still haven't got my cheeks clapped. So suck it, nerd. But all right, I'm in a bad mood right now. But you know what doesn't put me in a bad mood? MyBookie. MyBookie, they make it easy to place any pick that you want, place any bet that you want, any win that you want. I'm going to give you a little tip. I don't usually do this. I don't usually give out betting advice. But when it comes to college basketball, you're going to want to bet, number one, on a coach that looks like he has the most obvious cocaine problem. I know 90% of them do. So I don't know. So that weeds out 10%. But then again, the other 10% seem like sweet pop-pops who aren't long for the world. But underneath those sweet pop-pop veneers, there's just true evil. So I take back everything I said about the cocaine coaches. I'm going to go with place every dollar you have on the sweetest looking pop-pop who's still left in the NCAA tournament. So go to mybookie.ag right now and place that bet. Look, MyBookie is seriously the best way to play. Sign up now with code HEAD, that's HEAD, and you could boost your bankroll with a deposit bonus designed to help you make the most of your money. If you don't want a bonus, that's okay too. Just make sure you let them know we sent you. That's code HEAD, HEAD, when you download the MyBookie app or click the link on our show notes. Bet on every game, anytime, from anywhere, only with MyBookie. Was he simple or severe head injury or?
He was like I guess he's just like whacked. Like, it's hard to say. Like, I guess he was just like, probably like a brain injury or something, but he was a character.
Brain injuries do seem nice sometimes.
Dude, his life was, he recently passed.
I'm sorry.
But a huge loss. He would, people would like be like, go, like, my friends would be like, go, I'll give you 2 cigarettes if you go yell at those girls. Like, he'd like run up and be like, ah, like scream in their face. It's just weird shit.
It's hard to replace those guys.
Yeah, you can't just, you know what I mean? You can't, 2 cigarettes for a guy to scream bloody murder in a girl's face. I mean, that's being a kid.
Dude, I didn't grow up with him, but I knew him as I was approaching 21 years old. I used to work at a Lagoon nightclub, and there was a guy there who, I don't think he was born simple. I think he had a severe head injury. I don't know what his name was, but they used to call him Johnny Merlino. And he would, like, as soon as he went out on the dance floor, everybody knew to, like, give him space, because no matter what song was playing, he would do the Rockettes dance where he would just launch his legs up as high as he could. And for some reason, he hangs out at the outside of the bar down the street. I don't even know that he lives around here, but I saw him as recently as last month, just hanging out outside the bar.
You don't know what to think. You ever play music real loud? See if you still got the instinct.
Yeah, I got to crack it, because there is a light right there, and that's usually when I've seen him. He's just waiting at the light.
Just crank SZA. That's so fucking crazy.
Jimmy, have you ever gotten fingered?
Yes.
Enjoy it?
Sometimes. I've had it happen a bunch of times, but honestly, like, I don't have it really doesn't do anything for me because I don't have a fucking clit. So it's like, I'm like, oh yeah. Like, I'm so fucking chronically unserious that it's really hard to have like an intimate moment like with me, because everything to me is hilarious. Like, some dude sticking his fingers in my ass, I'm just like, ooh, that's the spot. Like, it's literally not like at all.
Did they
Like,
ever get frustrated fingering you? Like, come on, dude, be serious. I'm trying
stop
to finger your butt.
farting. Stop farting. You promised you didn't have mole. I'm like, sorry. Yeah, I don't like being fingered. I don't like, because of these guys, they're like, all right, well, I'll try too. It's like, why? It's just like, can we find for what? I'm a real stretcher. Put my whole hand in there. What the fuck?
The guys ever do that thing? Remember, you used to do it to look at a pussy like this.
Yeah,
the guys ever do that? Like,
Yeah.
well, dude, there's actually a pussy in your butt.
Yeah, I like when they fuck me and my asshole's like open still and they jug whistle in it. You know what I mean? They go,
Man, although you would think to jug whistle in somebody's butt.
I've had it happen.
Unprompted, or did they do it?
I told him to do it. Yeah.
Jimmy, what is one dream that you gave up on?
I wanted to play in the MLB.
What would you have played?
I wanted to be a pitcher, and I wanted to play first base. Yeah. But, you know, I was pretty good. Wasn't great. I was pretty good, but I don't know. I love baseball. I still do. I wish there was some capacity. Like, I used to play beer league. Like, I used to like sign up for like beer league baseball like anytime I could. Yeah. But like, I haven't in a while. But I really like should. Like, I really want it to be part of my life still. Like, I used to like go to like lessons and shit, like the academies and like stuff. So I was like super into it. But yeah, I just gave up on it.
Would you ever transition into softball?
I have a softball body now, which is the thing. Like, I'm way more ready for softball now.
I feel like God's telling you softball.
God has been telling me softball. With each release of the McRib, he's pushing me towards softball. Each yearly release. No, I want to play baseball still. I just, you know, I don't have the time anymore. But yeah, I wanted to play in the MLB. I thought I was like, I could will that. Mm-hmm. I could will this into existence. But yeah, couldn't get my fastball that fast. So,
would you ever want to have a catch?
Oh yeah. I mean, I was actually wearing my baseball glove the other day. And I was like, it's been like 8 years since I've had fucking like something a reason to have it on.
Dude, something happens when you put it on your hand.
Yeah.
You want to go look for other guys.
I want to, yeah, well, that's how I find most of my dates. I put my glove on.
It's like a bat signal.
I put my glove on and I start floating like Fred Flintstone towards cum. Like, I'm like, toes off the ground.
Oh man, yeah. Sometimes, dude, I'll put a question up on whether it's Twitter or Instagram stories, just saying, "Hey, any guys want to have a catch?" And like, I genuinely just want to have a catch with guys, but I know eventually I'm going to be murdered because of it.
I imagine some of the responses to wanting to have a catch are fucking bizarre.
The only guy that's taken me up on it was a normal guy. We met at a park close by to here, and
you know what I know that no one else knows?
What's that?
And you're about to know? Ryan Foster can't throw a baseball.
he can't read either.
He can't. Well, I mean, everybody knows that. He's the most guesstimating fucking electrician I've ever known.
I've got to watch him throw.
He cannot throw a thing. He is, yeah. Yep.
When did you find that out?
At the barbecue. Yeah. He doesn't have. He throws like a wimp, dude.
Oh my god, I can't.
He has a noodle arm, dude. He could. Yeah. You have to fucking know how to throw a ball before you start being like a man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you could do all the jujitsu you want. If you can't throw a ball, like, you're gay. Fucking fruitcake, dude. He's gonna be livid. He's gonna be so.
Oh
livid.
Man, I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, this is all a campaign to
Ryan, the next time I see you, I'm throwing a ball right at you.
This is just a campaign to get him to put his hands on me. That's all it is. He's gonna be like, fake news. Just wants me to touch him.
Jimmy, if you were a serial killer, what demographic would you target?
You know what? After watching Anora, probably hookers.
Yeah.
Easy as pie. Was that one?
Yeah, murder batting practice, man.
Well, also Ted Bundy it seems like he was having a hell of a time. Yeah. I mean, he was crushing it.
He's somebody, along with Gacy, guys that were just active in the community while also killing people.
Yeah. Really crazy shit. Yeah, Gacy was like a clown too, right? He was working.
Dude, it's nuts.
He was gigging while he was doing it, which is crazy. He was taking bookings.
Dude, I cannot imagine what a pain in the ass serial killing is, because Gacy, like, the guy ran his own construction company. He would murder guys at his place, dig up spaces in the crawl space to dump the bodies.
That's why I don't believe he did it. I don't believe he operated alone. I think it was like a syndicate. Mm-hmm. Because, like, I mean, where does he find the time? You know?
That might have been why he got into clowning, because you open a clown door and 15 of them get out.
Right, exactly. See, people don't think about things like that. That's why you're important to the world.
Thank you, brother. Jimmy, what song makes you feel the sexiest?
Oh, man, that is a tough one. Do you know what song makes you feel the sexiest?
I know what song roused me up the most is Who Let the Dogs Out.
Damn, that song. I have a funny story about that song. I was at a Eagles preseason game.
I have an Eagles experience with Who Let the Dogs Out as well.
Who Let the Dogs Out? Check this out. 2009 Eagles preseason game, playing the Patriots. During the game, they announced the Eagles signed Michael Vick, and the crowd starts chanting "Who Let the Dogs Out?"
Yes.
And I was like, I knew in that moment, I was like, oh, this is a big fucking deal, because I was still kind of like a little kid. I was like 10 or 11. I was like, you know, I kind of understood that he was like a good player, but I was like, people were like, no, this is a fucking big deal.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Who Let the Dogs Out? What song makes you feel the sexiest? You ever hear the song Telepatia?
No.
By Kali Uchis? Oh, that's a good song. Oh,
can you sing a little bit for me?
It's in Spanish, but it's I can't play it for you. I can't. We'll get in trouble, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's a sexy song. What else? Something. What makes me feel sexy? SZA. Do you like SZA? You ever listen to her?
I'm aware of her, but I don't know what she's.
It's all like it's music for, like, it's like basically all the songs are about like, if your thighs are juicy, like, you the one. like that's like, you that bitch. Like, if you caramel skinned, you important. Like, that's. I'm like in the mirror saying this to myself.
You're bronzing
like,
yourself.
Yeah. I'm using Tanner.
Yeah, Who Let the Dogs Off? Who
let the dogs off? Fucking dogs on a bus. Didn't pay.
Pounding on the door.
Who let the dogs off?
Back door, dickhead.
Back door.
Oh man, my father, God rest his soul. I invited him to an Eagles playoff game. I think it was like 2000 or something. They were at the Vet. And the Eagles were playing the Tampa Bay Bucks, and the Eagles fucking destroyed them. And it was me, my boy Steve, and I had an extra ticket, so I invited my dad. And like, I was so excited that my dad was coming because my dad just didn't enjoy doing shit with me. But I somehow convinced him to come to this game. He wouldn't go with me, but he met me there. And sometime in like the fucking second quarter, my dad, I see him coming up the steps. I'm like, oh my God, thank God he came. You know, I was honestly, even in my 20s, I was worried that my dad was going to bail on me. But he came, and the Eagles were fucking destroying the Bucks, and they weren't even playing the song, but my dad kept screaming, "Ooh, let the dogs out! Ooh, ooh, ooh!" And he was by himself saying this.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. So that song, I don't know. I mean, I like the song. Anyway.
It brings something up. It brings it.
It does bring something up, but I think on its own merit, Who
yeah.
Let the Dogs Out, it still gets me riled up.
So you don't have a sexy song? You and Jamie don't fucking, you don't have like a fucking fuck playlist?
We usually put on Deftones.
Really?
Yeah.
That is fucking sick. Yeah. Little Deftones banging. The Smiths. Put on the Mamas and the Papas, why don't you? You fucking goobers. Y'all need Keisha Cole. Like, y'all need 50 cc's of Keisha Cole like tonight.
Well, she is sent from heaven, so.
Oh, hey, she have a thing. She hell proof.
Oh my God, dude. On that note, your black girl voice is one of my favorite things.
They're my favorite people that ever live.
Dude, I don't know if you remember this, but one night we were playing NCAA football on a PlayStation, and you were talking about how, as we're playing a game, you were talking about how your cat was in the midst of getting bugs in your room.
Yeah.
And then you said, "Yeah, she on breath control."
Yeah. My house, I have a finished basement, but it's still like, we live in like the woods, so it's like the fucking, I'll get these like spider crickets sometimes, these big motherfuckers, and the cat will hunt them down. But yeah, she on breath control.
How is your kitty doing?
Good. I just made her my background on my phone.
Oh, let me see.
Her name is Nubbins.
Oh, she's sweet.
She has one ear like Van Gogh.
I got Big Boy as mine.
Oh, dude. Yeah, she's the sweetest girl ever.
Oh.
She's 10. But she's like, I don't see any signs of like old lady cat in her at all. Like,
good,
it's just, because they live to be, like I had a cat that was like 23.
Whoa.
Natasha. Yeah. I'm so tempted to be like a cat and just fucking start take a fucking a spitty throw up on the step. That cat throw up is like designed to go between your toes. It's meant for toes.
Brother, however the mood moves you, go for it. Oh, and this is very funny too. This is a question over for you. When you hear the song "Who Let the Dogs Out," does it fire you up or make you wish that Michael Vick got more of them?
Does it make me? Honestly, he was the fucking coolest player to watch live. Yeah. And he was a lefty, and I'm a lefty, and that meant a lot.
I know, it really did. It was so fun watching somebody fire the ball from that angle.
Bro, and he had a laser. He could throw the ball 100 fucking yards.
Really fun era, him and Deshaun.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles were thugged out in that era. They were gangsta.
Yeah, Chip Kelly.
Jeremy Maclin was the real killer of all of them. He was fucking like, he was like affiliated.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jeremy Maclin was like a fucking straight up like Mutter Street killer. Like
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was like wearing purple and shit. Like he was gang affiliated in Philly. Like he was really crazy.
Which is nuts because Deshaun Jackson is the one who got.
He's the one who got. Yeah.
Man, what a fucker Chip Kelly was.
Yeah, Chip Kelly was like, get rid of them all. He was giving them like weird smoothies and shit with like fucking estrogen in them. Like he was like,
what?
He was trying to get these black guys to stop fucking and play ball. Like he was like,
dude, Chip Kelly should open up his own smoothie stand.
Yeah.
Just loading up fucking riled up dudes.
Yeah.
With estrogen.
Chip Kelly's like, here's how you get the blacks to calm down.
Jimmy, have you ever had a crush on a teacher?
I had a awful crush on a teacher, and this is gonna make you laugh. Her name was Miss Sandwich.
What? Stop.
I swear to God.
No.
I swear to God. You could call anyone. She was a real woman. Sandwich.
When you would stare at her, would she like turn it like how you would see like cartoons turn into turkeys and shit?
Yeah. When I would stare at her, yeah, no, she She was a Spanish teacher, Miss Sandwich.
That was one of my crushes too.
Yeah, so she actually got a kind of a raw deal. She was actually like the prettiest teacher in the school, but like she was always like so funny, and I would always make her laugh because like duh, that was my whole angle. I was like, I'm gonna crack this bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so like I used to like talk to her all the time, and like this one kid this one time snuck around and like took a picture under her skirt.
Oh no!
And like distributed it like super fast, like all around the school.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and so he got like expelled, and then like everyone got in trouble for like having the picture, and it was like this whole like crazy ass investigation. And like,
did you think about tagging the picture open face sandwich?
yeah, that's what I was. I wanted to see it so bad, but I was like, out of respect, I was like, I can't. I love her. I love her so much.
Is she still teaching?
Yeah, she got a new name now, and she left Delco. So,
did she marry Brad Hoagie?
She didn't. She married a dude. She married a dude actually with another food name. She actually did.
What is it?
Coffee.
Stop it.
Swear to God. Scouts honor. Scouts honor. But yeah, Miss Sandwich. Everyone was obsessed. Everyone loved her. My best friend John, we had the same Spanish class together, and he was he was a menace. We were both menaces.
Dude, Spanish is too sexual of a language to be teaching in schools.
And it's never an ugly teacher teaching it.
Yeah, well,
that's how you get the football players to take language. Like, you can't get them to show up unless the teacher's smoking hot.
I'm thinking back to my teacher. I had a crush on her. A nice looking old lady. But I just loved that she would say my name. She would say, Senor Rainey.
Senor Rainey. Yeah, my Spanish teacher, yeah, she wrote, okay, so I used to skip her class all the time, but she really liked me. And she wrote like this like long ass letter in my yearbook.
In Spanish?
In Spanish.
Whoa.
And I never translated it, so I just assume it's littered with porn. Like, it's just this porn message.
Do you still have it?
I have the book, yeah.
Oh, dude, we got to decipher it.
Let's decipher it.
All right.
Yeah,
we should. Oh my God, Jimmy. Jimmy, I got a few more before we switch over here.
Yeah.
All right, so you're being beaten to death by your female Jamaican orderly, and you're about to die. What's the last thing that you say to her?
This is not irate.
I think you might get along with your Jamaican orderly.
God's willing, I'll be her. I'll be my own Jamaican orderly. I've already got the shoes.
You are built for scrubs.
These are the Medicare Force Ones, dude. These are fucking.
That's one thing about you that I don't think most people know is how flexible you are.
That is that's God given. I mean, I've done stuff to maintain my limberness, but
like
yeah.
What?
Like stretching and yoga and fucking like routinely fucking, making sure I'm still limber, a lot of crazy sex, a lot of fun sex, a lot of fun positions. It surprises a lot of fellas when I start throwing this ass around, throwing this, like doing 720s, doing 2 full spins.
Well, it's funny you mentioned, you recently sent me a big dog doing ballet.
He is one of the funniest people I've ever seen.
Incredible dancer, man.
He's so good. He's so good.
Have you ever considered ballet?
I have not, but I know I like yoga. I'm not into like. There's like other shit around ballet that sucks. Like the pacing of it is always so fucking like it's a standstill. Essentially, it's so fucking boring. And the music, I like bumping ass music. I like shit. You ever see that video of that fat kid on the yacht fucking shaking ass on the Caribbean cruise? It's one of the funniest videos ever. It's just this fat kid throws his leg up on top of the thing, like he's like a flexible fat kid. He's like literally twerking on the Carnival cruise, and like there's like 1,000 black ladies just like doing the wave. It's like fucking. That is the energy I try to capture.
Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy, can you tell me one of your favorite books?
Oh, yeah. Sure. One of my favorite books. I really like the author Mitch Albom.
I like him.
He's really terrific, but he wrote this like really weird, kind of like offbeat to what he typically does book, where he wrote like this like fiction book about the creation of time called The Timekeeper.
I haven't read that.
Super fucking good. Super cool concept. It's basically like Father Time is watching how... Basically, he's being punished for like what he has done, which is create time. So it's like it follows like 3 different people. It's like a person who wishes they had more, a person like wishing they had less, and then just like a person who doesn't even know, like doesn't even think about it. And it's like really, and they all end up like crossing paths. It's like a whole thing. It's like a really good book. But it's probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite book because I don't know. I just I've never been like compelled to get a physical copy of a book after I read it on a Kindle. Yeah. But that one I was like, I want to have that like to hold. You know what I mean? I don't want to have like wanted a physical copy, so I have it.
I'm gonna get you one.
I have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah. Oh no, I have one. Yeah. No, but recently, like, I love Mindy Kaling. Really? I really love her. Yeah, I super love her, and she has a book, and I just started reading it. It's really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just really like her. I don't know. But I also like mysteries, like Agatha Christie books. Oh. You like those? You ever read any of them? No,
I'm aware of them. I'm picturing like an older lady who doesn't get fucked reading them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's me. Essentially, I feel like when I read those books, I feel like an old lady not getting fucked. Like I've got like pretzel rods and like an orange crush. I'm describing my grandma. My grandma was a reader, man. She had like stacks and stacks and stacks of books, but she was reading like romance novels. She was reading smut.
Yeah.
I had no, like, until I was like 18, 20, I didn't really realize like how much like smut she was consuming. Like, she was a horny ass bitch.
Dude, those are some big ass books. They're
big as fuck.
Now I know the lady smut's a little more concise, but I remember.
Yeah, it's like they open the cover. It's like they fucked. It's like the end of the book, a book for guys.
When my morbidly obese Aunt Patsy, who once left me $5,000, I used to stay at her place all the time. She was such a kind-hearted woman. But that's the one thing that she would do is she would just read these massive fucking lady smut novels.
Fuck.
And I kind of knew what they were. And there was only one that I found that was explicit. It was like a book from the 70s. It was called like, it wasn't called this, but the stories were about sex in outer space. And there were some pictures in the middle of the book which are explicit. Which was nuts for Aunt Patsy because she was never outwardly sexual. She might have, in fact, been the driest woman to ever live. But she loved her thick smut.
When they lit her on fire, she burned immediately. She burned in a second.
Yeah, God rest her soul, man. But
$5,000 is fucking awesome.
Dude, I was so poor, too, and I got that money. I got it on a Friday, and I went to Gerard Check Cashing in Upper Darby, and they took out, like, fucking
great empanadas there,
man. What's that?
Great empanadas there, Gerard Check Cashing.
Oh, they didn't sell food back when I was going. I really missed the boat. Yeah,
they did. You didn't ask.
But I would go there.
They take it right out of the check. They don't even charge you.
Yeah, I went there and I cashed a check on a Friday, and I went
best
to Vegas
Irish breakfast you can get. Great soda bread at Gerard Check Cashing.
Yeah, I was right across from Marlene Diner, which isn't there anymore. And my dad took me there for, I think, my 12th birthday dinner. And I got raviolis at the diner. And it was setting up to be the perfect night because after we ate at the Marlene Diner, we were going to see Home Alone. However, on the ride from Marlene Diner to Marple 10 movie theater, my dad gave me the sex talk. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but I remember his hands being on top of the steering wheel and he kept doing this.
Mm-hmm. My grandpa gave me the sex talk, not my dad.
How explicit was it?
My grandpa he gave the sex talk to me and my 2 friends. He was taking us bowling and gave us the sex talk. He was like, you guys, your balls are going to drop. He kept doing this thing with his hands. He was like, your balls are going to drop. And so like anytime I'd see my friends after that, I'll be like, they're going to drop. They're going to drop. I had such a character for a grandpa. Yeah, that's so funny. Bowling is crazy. Were you a bowling kid? You're constantly going bowling?
No, I think I might have been bowling maybe 5 times in my life. I've always enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's the thing. The bowling was like this is fancy. Like that was like you were fucking bowling? Yeah. Like damn. So like we went. I remember my 10th birthday we went bowling. We went bowling and so it was so fucking crazy because it was like a really fun party. All my friends were there, and then it took this like crazy turn because my Aunt Joyce, who was supposed to be there, didn't show up, and she wasn't like she didn't answer anybody's phone calls or whatever. And I don't know, but her husband my Uncle Benny took out a life insurance policy on her like the week before or some shit like that. And so everyone thought that my Uncle Benny fucking murdered my Aunt Joyce. So that my birthday party turned into a fucking, like, gotta find my aunt. So there's like 9 fucking cars driving around trying to find this fucking dumb fat bitch.
Where was she?
I forget where she was. I think they were literally like at Boston Market or something for really fucking dumb. They were like Boston Market eating fucking taters. Like everyone thought she was getting murdered.
Oh man,
fucking crazy. I remember that was like the only time I ever had like a birthday party. It was like that's why it sticks out so easily.
That is a fat aunt's dream.
To get fucking murdered.
No, well, not only to get murdered, but maybe even better is the entire family thinking that you're murdered and going out looking for you.
Oh, to find out you matter to that many people.
Oh my God.
God, any fat aunt, like my one aunt, like my mom died, right? So my one aunt has now become like the she thinks she's like the head of the table now, which is fucking insane. It's just someone to want to assume a role like that in a already splintered family is so fucking mentally ill, but she insists on it. And so she's just like constantly like never checked in on anybody in like her whole life, but now her whole thing is like it's like, how you doing, like how's your week been? It's like enough. This is the same aunt, the same woman right after my mom died was like trying to get me to become like a prostitute.
What?
She's trying to get me to be a phone prostitute. Like that's what she does for work. She does like sex work all over the phone. And she was like, all right, listen, mom's dead. It's time to fucking join the family business. Like she literally was like, she's like sending me like charts. She's like, this is how much money I made over a fucking 3-month span. I'm like, I don't want to fucking be a prostitute. I don't want to be a prostitute with you. Like, I don't like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it independently in secret.
In her defense, I think you would be good at it.
A phone prostitute?
Yes.
What are you wearing, hon? Sounds good. You know how to make cream chip beef? Like that's like my lines of questioning are like it would suck dick. I'd be terrible at it. Well, I got asked to be a prostitute, and I fucking now I'm a retard for turning it down. Like now I feel like dumb as shit. I lost out on.
You could always do it, and that's the thing about prostitution, whether in the physical form or over the phone, is you can always get into it.
Mm-hmm. And the cool thing about phone prostitution is I don't have to work out. You know what I mean? Like it might even serve me to get fatter.
Oh yeah, because you get that little voice thing where you're like, you know, when you talk to somebody and you know they're fat over the phone.
Yeah. Do I sound fat over the phone?
A little bit.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
I got to work on that.
No, you're good. That's how I love you. If you sounded skinny over the phone, I would probably just hang up on you.
Yeah. That would be.
Jimmy, we're going to head over to the Patreon.
Hell yeah, dude. This is fucking such a dream.
Dude, you're the fucking best. I could pick your brain for fucking
oh my God.
100 hours, man. Jimmy, what do you want to promote?
Let's see. I have a podcast called Two in the Stink. Follow us on Instagram. I have a ton of dates in my link tree, but specifically on June 7th, I have a show at Helium called The Gay Agenda. And it's me and some of my funny gay people doing a pride show, 3 o'clock. And then the night before, I have a Punchline, the show called Top of the Bottoms, where I'm putting up some other funny gay people for Pride Month. So that'll be really fun.
Oh, brother.
I need to sell those out.
Bro, I'm so proud of you, and I'm excited for everything that you're about to do, man, because you've always been a star in my eyes, man, and I think it's only a matter of time before the rest of the world catches up to that.
You are the kindest guy I know in my life. You are a darling angel.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too, man. This is so fun.
We're going to be back on Patreon right now. So head over to patreon.com/getinsomehead for part 2 of this episode with my beloved Jimmy Gillespie.
It's so fun.
All right. We'll see you guys over there.